Hi there, welcome to Peppy's Civil Class. Today we will be looking at estimation of civil engineering works, okay? And in detail, we'll be looking at plant and equipment. We will be estimating the all-in daily rate of a tipper truck, okay? So let's read the question and start solving. So today's question says, estimate the all-in daily rate of a brand new 10-ton 366 HP Sinotrack whole tipper truck based on the following information. Okay, so the capital cost of the plant is 350,000 Ghana cedis. The resale value is 10% of the capital cost. This one, okay. The average working days per annum is 150 days. The average economic life of the truck, the tipper truck, is 8 years. The overhead cost of the annual depreciation is 30%. The insurance and license cost per annum for the tipper truck is 2% of the annual depreciation. Okay. The repairs and renewals per day is 25% of the daily depreciation. The fuel and lubricant consumed per day on the tipper truck is also 25% of the daily depreciation. And the operator's wages per day, that's the driver, okay, driving the tipper truck is the operator. So the operator's wages per day is 130 Ghana cedis per day. Then overheads, we have 20%. So we are to assume the straight line method of depreciation to solve the all-in daily rate of this tipper truck. Okay, so let's get started. So there are three important costs that we have to calculate here. The the ownership cost, okay, the ownership cost of this tipper truck, and the operation cost and the running cost as well. So let's start with the ownership cost. Okay, so solution I, which is the ownership cost. So by using the depreciation line of method, straight line of method depreciation. So the capital cost of this tipper truck is 350 Ghana cedis, okay, and a resale value of 10%. So resale value 10% of 350,000 is 35,000. Okay, so we have to subtract. Have our calculator here. 350 minus 35, 315 Ghana cedis. Okay, and the average economic life of the truck is 8 years. So we are going to use the 8 years to calculate for the annual depreciation cost. Okay, so now the annual depreciation cost is equal to the new value after 315,000 dividing the number of years that it was used, and this is giving us 315 divided by 8. $39,375. Okay, yes, 39,375. Now let's calculate for the average, the daily depreciation cost. This is the annual depreciation cost, so we calculate for the daily depreciation cost. Depreciation cost, okay, and that is the annual divided by the average working days per annum. that is 150 days. So 39375 divided by 150, and this is giving us 262.50. Please cross check. So the daily depreciation cost of this tipper truck is 262 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos, and the annual depreciation cost is 39,375. Okay. The interest on the annual depreciation. The interest is the same as the overhead, okay? Overhead and profits. So the overhead cost of the annual depreciation is 30%. So 30% of the annual, you're looking at interest on the annual depreciation. Then the annual depreciation is 39,375. So 30% of 39,375 is 11,812 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos. That's the interest on the annual depreciation cost for this tipper truck. Okay. Now we know the interest on the annual. You have to calculate the interest on the daily. Overhead on the daily depreciation. Okay. That is also 30%. No, that's not 30%. The interest, because it's daily, we'll divide this one 118 dividing daily depreciation 150 days. Okay, so 150, and we have 78.75, 78 Ghana cedis. Okay, then insurance and license is 2% of the annual depreciation. Insurance and license is 2% cost per annum. So we are using the annual depreciation, 2% of the annual depreciation, and that is giving us 2% of the annual depreciation is 39375, and this is equal to 787.5. Okay, annually. Then daily will also give us 787.5 dividing 150 days. We will have 5.25. Okay, 5 Ghana cedis, 25 pesos. Now we have to calculate for the operator's wages. This is I, which was giving us 130 Ghana cedis. Okay, so now we have to calculate the total ownership cost. We started from here. We have to calculate the total ownership cost. Then we go and do the operational cost and the running cost. So the total ownership cost will be I, and I. Total ownership cost is equal to 26. Where is it? This one. 262.50 plus 78.75. This one. 78.75 plus 5.25 plus 130 Ghana cedis. Okay. Summation of all this will give us 476.50 pesos. 476 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos, just for the ownership cost. Okay, now we are moving to the operating cost. Okay, so it's either operative, maintenance, or repair. Okay, repair or renewal cost, repair and renewals cost. Okay, so the question says repair and renewals per day, 25% of the daily depreciation. Okay, so repairs and renewals, 25% of daily depreciation, and daily depreciation is this one. The daily depreciation cost 262.5. So 262.50, 25% of 262.50. Then we have 65.63. 65.63. So this is going to be our total operational costs. Okay, total operational cost is 65.63 Ghana cedis. Now let's calculate for our running cost. The running cost is the cost of fuel, the fuel and lubricants consumed per day. So it's also 25% of the daily depreciation. So fuel and lubricant. It can be oil, it can be grease, the fluid that makes the machine running. Okay, so 25% of the daily depreciation. The daily depreciation we had 262.50. So 262.50, and this is giving us 65.63 Ghana cedis. Okay, so this is the total running cost per day. Yes, so now we have to add the total cost for the tipper truck. That's the ownership cost, the operation cost, and the running cost. We have to sum all of them. Then we add our overheads, the 20% profit. Okay, then now we can get our all-in daily rate. Okay, so the total cost is equal to the ownership cost plus the operating cost plus the running cost. So the ownership cost in total, where is it? Total ownership cost, we had 476.50. Okay, 476.50 plus the total operative cost, we have 65.63. Then the total running cost too, we had 65.63. So in total we have 607.76 Ghana cedis. Okay, but we have to calculate for our profit and overheads. So we add profit and overheads, which is 20%. Okay, 20% of our total cost. So 607.76, and this will give us 121.55 Ghana cedis. So now this is the profit that we will get on it. We have to add the profit to our initial cost to know our all-in daily rate. So all-in daily rate is equal to 607.76 Ghana cedis plus our profit 121.55, and this is giving us 729.31. Okay, this will be our all-in daily rate for the tipper truck.